Good Friday afternoon, good Friday morning, SJSH. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Here are some Friday announcements. Now, I have quite a number of birthdays and shout outs to do this week, and I apologize. Last week we were doing the Terry Fox run, and it was so wonderful that I actually forgot to make my video last week, so I don't want to miss out on those shout outs. So let's start with some birthdays. Last week's birthdays, we had Jonah Mahler on the 26th, we had Carrie Hallman on the 29th, and we had Peyton McMaster on the 30th. So Jonah, Carrie, and Peyton, I hope you had a lovely birthday last week. And now for this week in October birthdays, Nora Thompson, your birthday's on the 2nd. Happy birthday, Nora. Cole Dancy on the 3rd. Happy birthday, Cole. On the 5th, it was Emily Howes. Happy birthday, Emily. On the 6th, it's Margaret Deegan. On the 7th, we have Cam Farrell. On the 8th, that's today, it's Isaac Salsa. Happy birthday. We have 2 on the 10th, Corey Krawchuk and Adara Panton. And then we have 2 on the 13th next week, Sebastian Gadowa and Emma Peebles. So to Nora, Cole, Emily, Margaret, Cameron, Isaac, Corey, Adara, Sebastian, Emma, and Jonah, Carrie, and Peyton, I hope you all have and had lovely birthdays. Now my shout outs. Okay, so this is, bear with me, I apologize. So first shout out from the week prior comes from Miss Thompson. She wants to give a shout out to Tyson. He's really taken a leadership role in math class. He's doing an amazing job, not only on his own work, but to helping others in the class understand. Tyson, I love it. Congratulations. She also wants to give a shout out to Mr. Kwan for helping her with her own classes, not just with material, but he's a great sounding board and offers a lot of really great advice. Thanks, Mr. Kwan. I love it when my current staff members help out new staff members. It's such a community here. So thank you, Mr. Kwan, for helping out Miss Thompson. I love it. Next, from Mr. DeMarco. He wants to give a special shout out to Savannah Wilson in grade 9. Savannah wrote a business test yesterday, and when I say wrote, I mean wrote. Once she got going, she did not stop, and 3 full pages later, she completed the entire short answer portion of her test. Congratulations, Savannah, for proving to everyone what an accomplished test taker you can be. Savannah, that is amazing. Thank you so much for your persistence. I'm really proud of you. The next shout out says he wants to give a shout out to his grade 3 and 4 summer school students. This week I want to acknowledge Emma McKee for always being the most loyal, amazing friend to Mila Glogowski. After the Terry Fox run last week, Mila was waiting to be picked up by her parents outside, while meanwhile Emma was in the aftercare program writing hilarious messages to Mila through the upstairs window. Mila could not stop laughing at Emma's messages and was sent off to her car in great spirits and tears from all the laughter. Thank you, Emma, for always putting your friends first and going the extra mile to put smiles on others' faces. I love it. Thank you, Emma. Way to go. Next goes to Cole Dancy for going above and beyond in his grade 11 law review. To help his classmates study the rules with the courtroom, Cole put together a 3-page skit and included everyone in the class in the skit. For 20 minutes, everyone in the class was engaged, learning, and having fun. Thank you, Cole, for taking care of all the printing and helping everyone to learn about the courtroom in class. Cole, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Next says, I want to give a drum roll shout out. I'm excited about this next shout out. It says, drum roll, please. Now I have to do a drum roll. Thanks, Mr. DeMarco. After what it feels like forever, we are grateful to have Raina back in Canada. She'll be back in class by the end of October. Raina has been attending online classes from China over the last 2 years and has done more than expected of her at every turn. She's a conscientious student and has fought through all the challenges of online learning, including the massive time zone difference. I told Raina yesterday that her seat is reserved at the front of the class for when she returns home. On behalf of Scholars Hall, we cannot wait for you to come back, Raina, and it's so true. We've had a few students that are just stuck overseas still. They're still waiting to come back to Canada, and Raina's back. It's so exciting. Congratulations and welcome home, Raina. Lastly, he wants to give a special shout out to Corey Krawchuk in grade 12. It says, currently the grade 12 English class is acting out Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice. There could not be a better Antonio than Corey. He has raised the bar for every student and is bringing learning to fire through his passion and dedication to the task at hand. Who thought reading Shakespeare could be this fun? Well, Corey did. That's a great shout out. Congratulations, Corey. Next shout out comes from Miss Butcher. It's to Savannah Wilson again for demonstrating excellent student responsibility. She knew she was going to be away and asked for any work that she might miss while away. Then on the day that she was away, she sent her homework to a friend to hand in so it was not late. That's awesome. Savannah, amazing student skills. Great job. Miss Butcher also wants to give a shout out to Mr. Peckham. Thanks for teaching my gym class how to play flag football. They had a great time. Also, thanks for allowing me to hang out with your class. You have a wonderful students, she says. Yes, they did a bit of a switch. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Peckham was a player on the CFL for some years. And so who better to teach our football program than a former CFL player with the Rough Riders? So thank you, Mr. Peckham. We love it. Next shout out comes from Miss Taurus. She wants to give a shout out to Emily in Miss Gerber's class. Emily put forth great effort into her health poster. I was impressed with how she took her time and followed the instructions easily. I feel it's important to put your best effort forward in everything you do, and Emily modeled this in this great character. Oh, great job, Emily. Congratulations. Next, she wants to give a shout out to Kai and Kiefer. They shared their Chinese culture with our class. They attend Chinese school, and Kai showed how to write his name in Chinese and taught us how to say grandma and grandpa in Chinese. It is so great to see these boys taking the lead. Oh, Kiefer and Kai, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that with all of your class. Next shout out comes from Miss Arthur. She wants to give a shout out to Matthew Douglas, who is an exceptional helper with the Terry Fox Run with Patrick in Mrs. R's class. Matthew walked beside Patrick at his own pace, offered him water when he was thirsty, and paused whenever Patrick wanted to look around at the natural path that surrounded him. Amazing job, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. I absolutely love it when my older students model that behavior and become kind of big brothers and big sisters to my little students. So great job, Matthew. She also wants to give a shout out to Sandrine, Safia, and Josh for their French historical Canadian videos. Their videos were well put together, creative, and their spoken French was clearly heard as they spoke about their chosen Canadians. Well done, everyone. Sandra and Safia, Josh, way to go. Way to go. That's hard to do a French presentation. Congratulations. Last, she wants to give a final shout out to Sophie for the time and effort she put into her Canadian video. Thank you so much for all of your hard work, Sophie. It is so appreciated. Well, those are wonderful shout outs. Thank you, Miss Arthur. All right, next shout out comes from Samantha Brown. Miss Brown, she wants to give a shout out to the Wright family. So a family here. She wants to thank you for the pumpkins and delicious applesauce. She says she loves this time of year, and those lovely homegrown treats really put the cherry on top for her day. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much, Wright family, for sharing some treats with our teachers. That's amazing. Next shout out comes from Mrs. Farrell. She says she wants to give a big shout out to Ella and Kayla, our new co-presidents, for kickstarting their positions with great leadership during the Orange T-shirt Day, in promoting Every Child Matters, our Terry Fox run last Friday, for helping to ensure everything ran smoothly. The kids had so much fun. They really did. To Mr. Hall and his crew for organizing the event with marshals along the way, students walking kids across the road safely, marking the trail, providing bottles of water, and playing great music for all the kids afterwards to have so much fun. Then to Miss Butcher and her team for taking such amazing pictures. And lastly, to our amazing family who provided us with the ice cream truck. It was a huge hit. Last week truly showed how our school is such a family unit. Older kids assisting younger kids, everyone coming together to promote two amazing events. We truly are a family at SJSH. That's a wonderful shout out, Mrs. Farrell. I echo all of those things. So thank you so much to everyone involved in our Terry Fox run and all of our events last week. Next comes from Mr. Valentich. He wants to give a shout out to Taylor, who took the initiative to organize a buddy system for the class during the Terry Fox run. Taylor has also demonstrated classroom leadership by offering practical suggestions to her peers, reflecting her empathy and consideration for others and the class as a whole. Taylor, that's awesome. Congratulations, I love hearing that. All right, next one comes from Miss Gerber. She says, I want to give a shout out to Adele Little for doing an amazing job in presenting your province poster in front of the class. Your determination and confidence continues to shine through. Oh, Adele, wonderful job. I love hearing that. Next is from Mr. Peckham. One goes out to Matthew for his amazing in-class work and great classroom leadership. To Marion for showing great positivity and making classmates and staff feel appreciated. And to Amar for showing amazing attention to detail in class and working well with others. I love it. Way to go, Matthew, Marion, and Amar. Thank you so much. Next one comes from another one from Mr. DeMarco. He wants to thank Charles Georgiadis and Nick Churong for their organizational citizenship over the last 2 weeks. Both students have been tremendous in pricing out uniforms and visioning the future of our basketball club. I'm thrilled to get onto the court with the grade 9-10 juniors and work to create a competitive team that will go on to take any challenge. Yes, they have been organizing and contacting companies to get us some basketball jerseys, and they look fantastic. So Charles and Nick, way to go. I love it. An academic shout out goes to Sophia Ladle for going above and beyond in English class and law class. Currently, Sophia is working on a 16-page persuasive essay for her grade 12 English, and how the monster is an extension of Victor Frankenstein. Oh, they're doing, they've read the novel Frankenstein. It's a fantastic novel. If you've never read it and you enjoy science fiction in any fashion, Frankenstein, the original novel by Mary Shelley, is absolutely fantastic. And so they read it in the grade 12 course, and that's what he's referring to. She is 4 days ahead of schedule and is working on revising and editing the paper at this point. Sophia, that's amazing. Congratulations. And now a shout out goes to one of his former summer school students, William Tanke. This past summer, William mastered the art of telling time and is a shining star in his classes. This week, William shared how excited he is to be back at school, and he's really enjoying his classes. Thank you for your great attitude, William. Oh, I love it. Will, thank you. William, great job. He also wants to give a special thank you to Mireille for facilitating the grade 10 leadership class last Friday. Mireille has been instrumental in coming up with ideas in terms of how we're going to make an impact in the middle school classes this year. Our middle school classes should be anticipating an unforgettable October. Oh, I like that. I can't wait to have an unforgettable October. That's fantastic. Only a few more. Next shout out comes from Miss Brown and goes to Shahad. It says, I'm so impressed with all the extra studying and hard work that she's put into it to stay on top of her learning. She comes to me for extra practice, extra instruction, and always has her work completed to the best of her ability. Keep up the great work, Shahad. That's a wonderful shout out. Way to go, Shahad. I'm proud of you. Another one from Miss Towers. She wants to give a shout out to Jonah for changing his mindset and trying Foursquare so he could hang out with Pearson. A big shout out goes to Pearson for being a wonderful friend to Jonah and for helping him train to be better at Foursquare. Jonah realized that to get better at something, a good attitude and practice will get the job done. Great job, boys. I love getting shout outs like that because it's not just what we do academically in the building. It's everything we do about our whole day. So what a wonderful shout out for both Pearson and to Jonah. Congratulations. Next shout out comes from Miss A. She wants to give a shout out to Dante. Says, I've been so impressed with his hard work and enthusiasm in class. He is participating eagerly and his creativity is really coming through. Keep up the great work. Oh, that's a wonderful one. Congratulations, Dante. And the last shout out comes from Mr. V, and it goes to Harry Mclennan, who is taking the initiative this week in helping the class stay organized. Harry has also demonstrated consistent academic organization and demonstrated progress, particularly in his writing in English and social studies. Amazing! Congratulations! All right, so I'll make the rest of this brief because my shout outs took a lot of the time. Caribou Contest is coming up. I have already registered the school to write the Caribou Math Contest. For parents who don't know, it is an online math contest that we participate in every single year. It's completely voluntary and it's open to everybody grades 2 to grade 12. There are 6 Caribou contests throughout the school year. Students write them at home. That's a change that we made 2 years ago with the craziness of the world. We couldn't get it done here at the school anymore. And so I have shifted. Now it says it's open till 3:30 p.m. But I have shifted our time zone. So technically we are in the Yukon time zone. So we're in the furthest time zone in Canada, which means our students have the opportunity to write it, I believe, up until 7:30 p.m. in the evening. So the Caribou Contest is something that gets done at home. Again, it's completely voluntary. For those students who already told me that they wanted to join in, I've registered them and I've sent out a letter yesterday to the parents with an instruction guide of how to do the Caribou Math Contest. So it's completely optional, it's completely voluntary, and it's done at home. But if your child is not, if you did not receive an email from me yesterday about the Caribou Math Contest and you think your child and you would like to participate, just send me an email and I'll get them registered and signed up right away. The first contest is next week on the 13th and 14th of October. Clubs, keep sending along in if your child would like to participate in a club. I sent that in the October newsletter. We still have room in some clubs. The one club I know that is now full is the Building Club. That was a really popular club. Oh, and Mrs. Farrell added a new club. She added something called the Christmas Club, and it's going to be getting ready for our Christmas season. So they'll be running events in December for students. They're looking together to put together some kind of variety show, but it's going to be individual in classes. It might be a video variety show that we send out this year for parents. But she's got some crazy awesome ideas, but she needs a team to help her put all of that together. So she has a Christmas club that is being sent out there. So if you think your child might want to be involved in that Christmas club, just let me know or email in and I'll get them on that list. Thanksgiving is this weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Don't forget that Monday is a holiday. There is no school on Thanksgiving. Enjoy your extra day. And also note that now that it's Thanksgiving, shorts are now no longer permitted. After today, they're no longer permitted as part of the uniform. So after today, it's skirts or pants. The blue shorts that we permit as part of our uniform are allowed to go back into rotation after the April break. So in May and June, you can go back to wearing the blue khaki shorts, but after Thanksgiving, it's now pants or skirts. If you're still waiting on items from our uniform company, the word advice I give to you is clean in good repair. So please wear clean in good repair clothing and pants until your pants have come in. Last thing for today, oh no, I have two more things. On Friday the 15th, it is going to be a bit of a celebration here. Again, I put it in the October newsletter. On Friday, October the 15th, Mr. Gore Jr. is getting married. That's my little brother. My little brother is getting married on that day, and we're so excited and can't wait for the celebrations. It was to be last year, but like everything, it had to be put off. And so we're going ahead with the wedding this year. And in order to accommodate for the celebrations, for me to be away and for Mr. Gore to be away and for Mr. Gore Sr. to be away and some of our admin team is going to the wedding, what we've done is we're canceling leadership on that Friday. So next Friday, October the 15th, leadership is canceled. So that means that school, which normally ends at 2:15 or 2:30 or 2:45, will now end at 1:15, 1:30 or 1:45. So it ends even an hour earlier next week. Now, if you can't pick up your child at that point, that's okay. My high school staff once the high school is dismissed, the high school staff will be coming downstairs and helping out with supervision during that time period. I think we're going to put a movie on in some classes so that they have something to do. So, but if you can, please arrange to pick up your child earlier that day. We would appreciate it. That allows my admin team to leave and get ready and go to the wedding and have a wonderful celebration. So thank you all for helping us accommodate. This is a family business, and when we have a family wedding, it puts a little bumps in the road, but I appreciate all of your help and assistance with this so that the Gore and the McKee families can celebrate this wonderful event. Lastly, Mr. Hall is working on the Scholars of the Month list for September. He should have it done today, he said. He's tweaking it and he's almost finished. So when I send it out to you, if your child is on the list for either Student Good Standing or Scholars of the Month, they will get a Civvies Day next week. Normally we put it on the first day of the week, but it looks like our class photos, they were canceled last week because of the rain. It looks like they're going to come in on the Tuesday to do class photos. And I want kids in their dress uniforms for the photos. So I'm not going to have the Scholar of the Month Civvies Day be on Tuesday. We're instead going to put it next Friday. So next Friday, it's a shortened day anyway. It's going to be a fun, exciting day. It's pizza day. So next Friday, October the 15th, will be the Civvies Day for all of the students who have earned Scholar of the Month or Student Good Standing. That I'll be sending out today. So again, that'll be sent out today, and their Civvies Day will be next Friday, not on Tuesday. All right, 18 minutes have gone by, almost 19 minutes. I'm so sorry that it was a long one. Thank you so much for sticking with me for all of the 18 minutes. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's been such a wonderful start to the school year. It's so nice to have the kids in the school again. It makes my heart happy to see everybody in the building and to have us all together. So let's be thankful this weekend for such a wonderful start to the school year. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather, and we'll see you all on Tuesday. Bye for now, SJSH.